Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hopefully you like what I'm saying, you like what I'm doing, and you like and subscribe. Uh, this is December 21st, 2023. Uh, just wanted to do a general talk. We're right in the middle of the proxy clone build. You can see some of it down here. We've already done just a preview here. The wings, we're doing wing tips and all sorts of fun stuff, but look at that video when you get a chance. See what's going on with the build. Um, just a lot of great things going on, A good time to be in the hobby and a bad time to be in the hobby all at the same time. Remote ID is still a thing. We're still told that that's going to be enforced. I believe it's September of this upcoming year, and we'll see how that goes. Whether um, the remote ID becomes affordable. You know, the FAA promised us that these would be affordable units, and at $100, um, I think even the cheapest still is like 80 something dollars. Um, I don't consider that affordable. Definitely do not think that the average person can afford that kind of thing. That's one of the reasons why I don't belong to a club. I can't afford the $100 AMA. I can't afford the $20 or $30 dues to the to the club. And that's for the year, and every year it's going to cost me $120 $130 just to be able to go out and fly. Along with that, I in order to belong to a club where it makes any sense, where there's a FRIA available, especially to me, I've got to drive 30 miles to be able to do that kind of a thing. My local club down here, which is only 5 or 6 miles away, um, they don't have their FRIA yet. So the process that the FAA is taking is not benefiting everybody everywhere. And I'm not in a bad area of California. There's a lot going on around here, and there's just the FRIA applications and the whole approval of that kind of stuff is super slow. How can we expect to be thought of and everything else when they're doing things like just not approving FRIAs enough? I, you have to criticize. I mean, I know this is a government agency, and there's tons of things I'm sure on their plate. But that's really no excuse when you're trying to enforce something onto a group of people that, in my opinion, really don't need anything enforced on them. None of us are doing anything wrong in any way, shape, or form. It's a simple hobby. You know, the majority of the people in this hobby, we're responsible people. We're not doing the stupid things. And, I've said it before. If you follow XJet, he just said, the exact same thing that I've been saying, which is if somebody has nefarious intent, they're not going to bother putting remote ID in it. Even if you sell them something and they buy something that's got that remote ID in it, it literally is simple enough just to unplug it. It's a unit that needs to have electricity going to it, and it's as easy as snipping a couple of wires and off you go. And there's nothing you can do that, you know. So those that will be compliant are the only ones doing this kind of stuff, and there's not going to be any incidents. There's not going to be any problems because those people are compliant and they've always been doing the right thing. They're flying safe. Again, I've stated, I've gone to parks and said, there's just too many people here for me to fly safely, so I'm just not going to fly. And I think that's what the majority of people in the hobby do. Um, But now I heard, stupid stuff like, you get your RC car and you go down to your local park to have fun with your RC car, and then the police are harassing you, or handing out tickets saying, oh, that's a motored vehicle and there's no motor vehicles allowed in this park. And they're treating it as if it's, you know, an e-bike or a motorcycle or something like that. And they're ticketing people. And the other thing too is the police are just picking and choosing who they're going to fine and who gets the ticket and who doesn't. And so, again, we're either doing everybody or we're doing nobody, to go, oh, you three are going to get tickets, but these other five people are not. We're all doing the same thing, and so again, we're either sticking to the letter of the law or we're not sticking to the letter of the law. And I think it's wrong to pick and choose. Basically, is what I'm saying. This is a hobby. You're not going to stop anything. There's videos of somebody taking a drone and doing a fly down the Washington Monument, and Washington D.C. is a no fly zone, no drone zone, and yet here's an individual who has taken a quadcopter and done what they're not supposed to do. Did he have remote ID? Of course he didn't. You know, so again, the people in DC had literally no idea that this was happening, and the only way they would know is if they found, the video online. But just because it's online doesn't mean that that's the person that did it. I could go and do something like that, send a video off to somebody else to put online, and they put it online. Well, what, they're going to get in trouble? They can go, I didn't do that. That's not my drone. That's not my footage. I just put it up. you know and we can go to the freedom of press kind of a thing. Hey, I just put it up. I don't have to tell you where I got this from. I don't have to release who gave it to me or anything else. So again, there's always loopholes in this whole thing, and you're not stopping anything. You're literally just punishing those people that are abiding by the law, who are conscientious people. I know this is a rant, and we're talking about, this is the bad side of the hobby, right? Of what's happening. And the majority of what's bad in the hobby is the fact that the government is putting its fingers in, you know. I would say it's a big scandal if the government was getting a piece, other than taxes, of course, of every remote ID unit that goes out, right? Um, but that's not the case. But you know, why are we doing this? We're punishing everybody for what a few individuals are doing and will continue to do, right? So, but that's my bad rant. I want to talk. It's Christmas time. I'm sure a lot of us are going to get all sorts of new fun gear for Christmas, especially if you're really into the hobby. That's pretty much all you've asked for. It's definitely all I've asked for is, hey, I want this, I need this, I want to experiment with these things, that kind of stuff. Um, I put some stuff on my list that I wanted to goof around with, and somebody got it for me because it was on Amazon, and you can kind of see what stuff's been purchased or not. But I got a small little EDF fan. It only puts out, I think, 231 grams of thrust, which is fine. I want to keep whatever vehicle I make with it under that 250, so this should be fine. It's going to be a great experiment, right? To be able to take a small EDF and make something small EDF. Um, I've never played with an EDF before. I don't know. Does it have to have maximum thrust? Can we play with stuff? Obviously, shape of the wing is going to be the real tell as to how much thrust we're actually going to need. So I'm excited about that. Sorry about the It seems no matter when I get online, I either forget to do my notices or something's happening. This is trash day for us, so the trash men are picking up our trash, and so we get all these fun noises. But very, very exciting time to be in the hobby with so many different things out there. I mean, we have the new Consendo from UMX, which if you haven't seen the videos of that, check them out. Oh my gosh, what a glider, flyer, whatever you want to call it. That thing is zippy, and you can fly it slow, and it glides beautiful, and it's just got amazing control on the surfaces. And that's like it's an amazing plane, you know. What a wonderful time to be in when we've got things like that happening, you know. Definitely, if you're in the market for one, um, I haven't actually flown one, but I've watched so many videos of it. You know, I think you can't go wrong with that plane. Just amazing, absolutely amazing. There's lots of different things. Of course, you know, as you know, I'm getting a Twisted Hobbies plane. I'm very excited about that. It's going to be just something I can go out and have fun with, whether out in the street or at my local park or out at a bigger flying field. Just super ecstatic about that. You all saw that I got the SCX 24 little mini crawler. Great budget crawler if you want to do something and have the ability later to expand on that. Fun little toy, um, but a great time, you know. And I think uh, being that it's such a great and wonderful time, you know, we've got all sorts of different things with FPV going and whatnot. So many different genres and avenues we can go down in this hobby that you know, I think it's wonderful, and what an exciting time as far as that goes, you know. But along with that, let's make sure that we're keeping this hobby going, right? We want to make sure that these people that are making these things, these manufacturers, that we're supporting them enough that they support the hobby with bits and pieces and parts and replacement stuff. You know, that's the big thing. You know, um, we don't want to lose more. You know, more people. You know, HPI technically exists, but it doesn't exist, and it's, you know, kind of changed names, but it hasn't. And there's so many crazy things out there. But you know, Trax is still good. UMX is still good. Verizon Hobby, uh, you know, doing really good. So let's, you know, take these companies and by introducing kids and taking in, you know, new things, we're making sure that we keep this hobby alive for ourselves and for future generations, right? So let's keep that up. Um, you of course saw the video that I put up of the present, the little small plane that I got my nephew's son, and you know, stuff like that. These little inexpensive toys like this. I mean, talking about what a wonderful time we're in. That kind of stuff can get anybody, even an adult, very excited about the hobby and wanting to get into it more deeper, right? But it allows us to experiment and find stuff and find the joy in all of this. So um, just to, you know, again, I want to touch on that happy time. You know, we're gonna forget about all the BS and tougher times and everything else. And we're gonna focus on the really good times that are available to us right now. You know, to be able to get something, you know, under $50 that has a gyro that adults are going to have fun with, that kids are going to have fun with, it's not going to break and fall apart, you know, that will continue to give joy for a long time and get people interested in doing what the next thing is, right? Um, we didn't have these kinds of things when I was a kid. You know, if you got something in that cheaper range, um, it didn't fly well. It was really tough to control. You were lucky if you got enough time to figure out how to fly the darn thing before it broke, or just crashed and smashed into a million pieces. Um, so, like I said, very exciting time. Just an exciting, wonderful time. But that's it. I hope everybody's having a wonderful holiday, no matter what holiday you celebrate. Hope it's wonderful. Hopefully you've got all your family and loved ones around you, um, and everything is just happy, good times. Especially after what we've had to deal with in 2020. Now's the time to really, I think, cherish our loved ones and gather together, right? So uh, I will be doing, of course, the videos that I've been doing on the wing updates on the proxy. So look forward to that. Hopefully you all enjoy that. Remember to like and subscribe. Uh, Probably 75% of the views that I get on this channel people not subscribed. You know, if you like my content and you enjoy seeing it, uh, a simple subscribe does quite a few things. Number one, it makes me come up in your feed, so you can see more of what's going on. Um, but you know, a like is a great thing. Tells me that you're enjoying the content. I get a lot of um, great comments back and forth. Of course, you know, in this, I made some wonderful new friends. Um, I I'd never know if I'm saying his channel right, whether it's Ellie or ELYRC, out in Romania. Just found that out recently. Absolutely a great person. I enjoy our conversations through basically, you know, messages going back and forth in our feeds. Um, I've talked with him about possibly doing something, just a little teaser on this, where we kind of both do a little build in our own little styles of the same plane and test them out and fly them and whatnot. Uh, he seems very into that kind of a thing. I think it'll be wonderful and kind of fun and exciting for everybody on our channels just to go back and forth and see you know what we do, um, and we're just gonna have a lot of fun. And then hey, if we crash our planes, we crash our planes. That's the beauty of doing it out of these uh, things. You know, we put our time and effort and a little bit of sweat into it, and you know it's going to crash eventually, and it's going to crash to the point where it's destroyed. But you know, inexpensive materials, and again, the joy is making something that does what we're looking for it to do, that we can learn something from, right, and move on. So there's a little tidbit, a little teaser of what's to come in the future. We'll of course both post when we decide to do that, and definitely go check out his channel. Um, Hopefully, you all are checking out all the different channels. You know, if you haven't, I'm going to give a shout out here to all 49 subscribers, and however many, so 49, if that's a quarter of it, then there's 200 people looking at all this. So for the 200 of you, go check out LERC. If you haven't, go check out XJet. Amazing person. Bruce does some amazing stuff for the hobby. You know, he's very proactive. He's uh, basically making the statements. A lot of stuff that I get, you know, information from it is Bruce, as well as, you know, other channels, but I'm gathering my own information. But go see XJet. Bruce is a great guy. You know, I've watched Andrew Newton, um, uh, Tim McKay. There's a ton of really good people out there. Of course, now I can't think of it, but the original people that teach the arm and wing. I cannot think of the name right off the bat. I can see it. It's the you know, if you look up NoobTube, Experimental Airlines. There we go. Ooh, brain's working today. Experimental Airlines. Definitely from what I can see, one of the innovators in foam board planes, and showing the internet what an arm and wing is, right? Look up KF airfoils. You're going to find a ton of different stuff. But hopefully you're looking up all these channels. A lot of good content being made right now, and so many makers and people that are making content for y'all, to enjoy. Hopefully you don't just skip through all of them. If you're watching somebody's content and you enjoy what they're saying, and you're not, I've watched a few different things where I'm just watching somebody and I'm like, oh, I want to watch what they're saying because it interests me, but I just can't. It's like this person really hasn't done their research on what they're saying, or they're just not everybody has the ability to really spark interest in their conversation, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, continue making your content, but hopefully I'm entertaining enough for you all. Even though you don't get to see my face, you get to see these hands talking all the time. It's part of being Italian. I talk with my hands. So I figure this is more interesting than seeing my mug. Uh, but go out there, watch those channels, support the whole thing. Content makers will continue making stuff, but um, it can be disheartening if we find that we're not getting pushed out, into some of these other people that are getting 200,000 views or 1 million views. You know, um, it part of why we do it is to know that people are interested. If I find that people aren't interested in what I'm doing, they don't like what I'm doing, I'm not really uh, reaching out and doing what I'm hoping to do, which is create a community, then why do it, right? But hopefully you all enjoy what I'm doing. Hopefully you all enjoy what everybody else is doing as far as content creators. Give them a thumbs up, give them a like and subscribe. Ooh, excuse me. Like and subscribe, and we'll go from there. So, till then, have a wonderful holiday. I'm Since it's the 21st today, and I'll probably post this on the 22nd. It's a little too close to the holiday, so don't expect anything from me until after. Probably the next video that I will be doing will be, um, and that's before I put the wing out and everything else. The wing video for the proxy clone will be all my goodies. I want to just spread them out and show my trove of goodies that I got for Christmas. And hopefully, as you're watching it, if you want to come and see what I got, let me know in your comments what you got. Feel free in this video to comment what you either know you're getting for Christmas, or Hanukkah, or whatever the holiday is that you celebrate, or what you're hoping to get, right? It's just fun and exciting. I'm very interested in knowing what y'all are into, what you're all hoping to get, what you're excited to get, all that fun stuff. And definitely on Christmas, I'm not sure if it's going to be Christmas Day that I'll be doing it or the day after. It just depends on how things go, what I'll be posting and when. But let me know what you got. I'm very interested. I'm excited to know. Let me enjoy along with you. I'll do a special thing if you comment on that video or this video and let me know what you're excited about. I will make sure to mention you and what you're interested in, and I will look up if I don't know what you're talking about, so that I can openly discuss and let people know what's going on. Also, let me know why you like what you like. I'm very interested in it. I want to hear what you have to say. So, like, subscribe, comment. Hopefully, y'all have a wonderful holiday season, and we will see you in the next video. Till then, go make it. You can do it. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.